If you find your super awesome spot for today, and gently closing the eyes. And start to notice where your breath is at. And if you can, try to breathe in and out through your nose. Noticing the expansion with the inhale and the contraction with the exhale. Try to notice whether your breath is shallow or deep. And where is it situated in the body? Are you breathing in your chest? Or are you breathing all the way down to your lower back? As you guys already know, we're not labeling, we're just noticing, connecting to that place in our body and our breath. And I want to invite you to focus more on your left nostril. And when you inhale, pretend that you're only inhaling from your left side, your left nostril. Filling up the entire left side of the body as you do so. And feeling the energy move there. When you breathe out, you let go of the air. And when you inhale, you fill up your left side of your body, breathing in through your left nostril. Just try to do that a couple of breaths and see what you feel. What is the awareness of doing that right now? Maybe you can feel a little tingling on the left side of your body. And on your next inhale, try to focus on that right nostril. And pretend that you're breathing in only through your right nostril. Filling up the entire right side of the body now. Feeling the energy move. You fill the right side with energy and breath. Your life force. Maybe you can feel a little tingling on the right side now. Like you are waking up yourselves with just a little more oxygen. And when you're ready on your next inhale, just breathe through both nostrils and envision the air flowing into your body. Just a couple of fingers in front of your spine. That's a hard thing to envision. Just try to envision that your breath travels through your spine from top to bottom as you breathe in, and from bottom to top as you breathe out. Maybe you can become aware of that gentle, natural pause, top of your inhale, and at the end of your exhale. Pause that helps you transition from the inhale to the exhale, from the exhale to the inhale. We're breathing through our central channel right now. Being aware of the movement of prana, life force, breath. And notice how your body responds to this little exercise. When you're ready, gently roll the shoulders any way you like right now. And gently rub the face, taking your time before you gently open the eyes. Are you guys up for a little Nadi Shodana? Alternate. What I usually do is bring my one knee up so I can let my elbow lean on that. And then I take my hand into this L shape where my index finger and my middle finger are lined up and my thumb is externally rotating. My two fingers on my forehead. And then I use my ring finger and my thumb to alternatively close my right nostril and my left nostril. Before we start, begin with just breathing in and breathing out. I'm gonna let the metronome work with us, so you don't have to listen to me the whole time. Try to feel what's comfortable for you. Breathe in deeply. And breathing out deeply, closing your right nostril with your thumb. Inhaling 4 counts. Holding 4 counts. Exhaling 4 counts. Holding 4 counts. Inhaling 4 counts. Holding 4 counts. Exhaling 4 counts. Holding 4 counts. Now on your own. Make this your last round. Finishing with the hold after the exhale from the left side. Great. And slowly transition to a tabletop position. And before we go into a yin pose, let's first see how the body feels. Doing a few cat-cow movements. Inhaling, hollowing the back, coming into cow. And exhaling, rounding the back, pointing your nose towards your belly button. And in your own time, go through this motion a couple of times. If you feel like your back leaks a little more in one of the two poses, then please take a couple of breaths there. And with your next exhale, sit down on your heels. Paint your mat, as they say, dragging your hands all the way to your feet. And then you flip over. And as you exhale, letting your forehead drop to the floor. Coming into child's pose. You come into the pose. Try to find your breath. Where is it at right now? And how does it feel to feel your belly expand upon your upper leg? And how the upper legs are pressing back onto your lower belly. Maybe it's forcing your breath to go up to your upper back, stretching out the back side of your heart center. And also become aware of the thoughts and the feelings that arise while you are holding this pose. Feel your shoulders dropping forward, looking out the back of your heart space even more. The space where your trust in others is situated. Maybe a little tightness. That's okay, just notice it. Maybe breathe towards it. Your next inhale, bring the arms forward. And on the next, and then just exhale. And on the next inhale, pulling yourself up with your hand. Bring the knees a little further back and extending the arms out a little more forward. Come into a melting heart pose where you're trying to bring your chest and your chin onto the floor. Yeah, just right. Keeping your bum above your knees. And if you feel like there's a lot of pressure on your knees, you come a little more forward. If you feel like there's a lot of pressure on your head, and move a little back. When I say bring your chin to the floor, I mean the under edge of your chin. If that's too much, then just bring your forehead to the floor or bring your chest onto a pillow to support your weight. And when you find your pose, come back to your breath again. Noticing this wave traveling through your body. And try to feel where you can feel that breath moving. Listen to the sound of your own breath. Feeling the stretch of your armpits, your upper back, and your lower back. Next inhale, come on to your forearms, moving the hips gently forward. You come into a crocodile pose with the hands on top of one another and your forehead gently resting on those hands, letting the heels drop outward. Feeling that lower back relax. Maybe you feel a wave of energy, a surge, a warmth running through your body as it relaxes into the floor. And we lay here for a couple of breaths. In our crocodile counter pose. On your next inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And on the exhale, gently rise up. Placing your elbows on where your hands just were. Coming on to your forearms. Try to relax your bum. To protect your lower back, bring your legs together and zip them all the way up. If this is too much for you for any reason, please use a pillow underneath your chest, or just bring your elbows a little further forward so the back bend becomes a little less. And keep breathing, connecting to your breath as you relax the entire body. Your belly button pressing to the floor. And as you inhale, you're going to feel more pressure on your belly. And as you exhale, feel that release. And try to look up towards the wall in front of you, your bookcase, your wall full of games. If you feel like you could use a little more today, and bring out the hands about met width apart, and maybe stretch out the arms coming into a C. I do want you to remember that we're approaching a full moon, meaning it's easier to get yourself. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. And feel that stretch of that lower belly. Feel the stretch of the belly, but feel the compression in your lower back. Keep breathing. With every exhale, feel a little more tension leaving your body. Next inhale, lift up a little more. And on the exhale, gently bring yourself down, coming back into that crocodile. Hands on top of one another, forehead on your hands, and heels dropping outward. Maybe feel that lower back relax, and feel that warmth traveling up your spine. Your next inhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up to a tabletop position. Extending that right leg out and rolling over your toes as you stretch the back of your leg. Moving back and forth. And on your next inhale, bring that right leg up. Bring that right foot next to both of your hands. Both hands being on the inside of your right foot. Feeling the stretch of that left hip flexor. Maybe some groin muscles that are happening. If you have been spending a lot of time sitting on chairs, couches, or just generally sitting, this hip flexor is going to talk to you, and that's fine. Just listen to your body. And don't ever go into that red zone. You don't want to feel any pain in any situation or any pose during yin yoga. Just like in the other poses, connect to your breath. And with every exhale, try to release any muscle tension. Try to breathe in to those places of discomfort or where you feel a little tightness, creating a little space. And on the exhale, let any muscle tension, the tightness go. Try to breathe into that pelvic area and hip flexor, left hip flexor, creating space and letting go. And on the next exhale, bringing that right knee back to that tabletop position. Stretching out your left leg, coming on to those toes, rocking back and forth to stretch that left leg a little. And when you're ready, then inhale, taking that left foot and bring it next to your two hands. Both hands on the inside of that left. Feeling the stretch of that right hip flexor. Breathing. Connecting your breath and your awareness to your body and that right hip flexor. Breathing into any points of tightness. And exhaling, gently releasing. Remember that every day is different. And there's no reason to judge or change, as there is nothing else here right now than the things that are. And on the inhale, bringing that foot back, bringing that hip next to the other, curling toes under, and staying back. Stretching out our feet. And to some people, they feel perfectly okay with doing this pose, and others start to notice their feet are struggling right away as we walk a lot with our shoes on. Our feet are not generally stretched a whole lot, which is kind of a shame as a lot of meridians, energy points are running over our feet. And if we're believing the Chinese medicine, and those points of contact in our feet are directly related to some functions in the brain, but also to major organs. Breathing in, coming gently onto your knees. Letting those toes step on the floor again, and then sit down, letting them relax. Bring your hands forward into tabletop. And on the exhale, stretching out the legs, coming into a downward facing dog where we're just going to spend a couple breaths. Feeling those legs stretch out, feeling that back stretch out. The next inhale, bending the knee. And on the exhale, extending the knee slowly to a point that feels comfortable to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently walking the hands towards your toes. Straightening out the legs. And while we are here, we're going to come into a squat position. As you guys know by now, I need my blocks for that. If you need a prop for that, then please put them down now. And stretching out that hip area by coming onto your toes one at a time. And once you feel comfortable enough, sitting your bum down, maybe back straight, upper arms up against the upper legs, knees pressing from the inside to the outside and from the outside to the inside. That's what creates your balance. Try to release your pelvic and groin muscles. Letting all the emotions of the day go. Letting that lower back stretch out. And on the next exhale, swimming those arms back. And basically you're stretching out the legs. And then getting rid of some excess flesh so that your sits bones are now firmly planted on the ground, pointing your toes towards the sky. Straightening the back, and as you inhale, moving those hands all the way up into the air. And as you exhale, falling forward from your hips, moving your hands wherever it feels comfortable. You're not pulling with the hands, you're just letting them be. And if you feel like you are falling backward, then please either bend the knees just a little or sit up on a cushion or a pillow. And if you bend the knees, then let your belly rest upon your upper legs. Great. And then when you're found your position, try to connect to your breath again. Noticing how your belly is pushing up against your upper legs. You inhale, Feeling how your body sinks a little more forward, a little deeper on your exhale. Again, we're not forcing or we're not trying to come forward more. It's just gravity pushing down on you and the relaxation of your fascia and your muscles. Gently let go of control. Begin to what is. Try to keep an awareness in your legs and in your feet, especially when you've got your legs extended. Keep breathing in, breathing out. Next inhale, looking forward, extending there. And next inhale, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Gently scooting your bum down and coming on to your back. When you're there, I want you to find some pillows. And on the inhale, bringing the lower back completely flush with the mat. On the exhale, gently rolling up over the spine, bringing the hips up. Bring your pillow underneath your bum. And then gently coming down again. Letting all your weight come into pillow. Might feel a little more pressure on your upper back. And I invite you to place the hands wherever feels comfortable to you. So either put them on your rib cage, your belly, or just alongside of you. Like in Shavasana. Bring your attention to your breath again. As you feel your entire body relax into the mat, into your pillow. Feel what happens when you are in this position. You feel the stretching of your lower back. Your legs start shaking. You notice that your legs are getting a little colder as the blood is flowing in the opposite direction. Maybe you just notice how your breathing got a little more challenging in this slight inversion. Whenever you notice that your mind is wandering, bring yourself back to your breath, feeling the sensation of the rise and fall. Smile. Smile as you can be proud that you took this time out of your day. Take care of your body, your soul, your spirit, your breath. Smile because you have the time to do so, or created, was able to create this little precious time carved out just for you. Next inhale, bring the legs up to feet towards the sky. Try to find that sweet spot. Maybe you need to scoot just a little bit up your legs to feel comfortable. Try to find this sweet spot where you don't need to engage your abs or your leg muscles to keep your feet up in the air. Feel the blood move all the way from your toes, your hips. They say that your emotions get stuck in your legs. This is a perfect way to let them come into major arteries. And letting the blood flush them out. Flush them out in the sense that just easy to excrement them later. You don't have to hold on to them. And you might notice it's like trembling in your feet. If you do, and that's awesome. Don't try to fight it, just let it happen. This is a perfect way for your body to recenter and let go of any tension, anxiety, stress that we accumulated onto it. You might have noticed this before. If you didn't, you're going to notice next time. Whenever birds, especially ducks, fight in the water, they smack their wings on the water when they leave the fight. They say that they do it to get rid of that angry energy and to sort of let go of the fight. In a similar way, we can do that by stomping our feet on the floor. By putting our feet up like this, and if you start shaking, that has the exact same outcome as for us to stomp our feet on the floor. So instead of trying to fight it, embrace it, love it, and let it be there. And the next exhale, gently set your feet down again. Let them maybe hit the floor a little bit. Inhale, rising hips up just a little bit. And taking pillow or those pillows away. Feeling the back touching the floor. Then I want you to bring your knees into your chest. Open them up wide. Your hands in between. And grab the outside of your foot coming into a half. Either bringing your knees alongside of you and bringing the feet over your knees. Letting the soles of the feet face up towards the sky. Or if that is too much, and it often is, then just bring the heels together. Feel the stretch of the hip area. I want to encourage you to keep both your lower back and your shoulders on the floor when you're in this position. Find a position that works for you. Breathing in and out towards your belly. Feeling how the body responds to this inhale. Next exhale, let the heels come towards your body. Move them. So pointing the knees up towards the sky. Bring your arms into a T shape. Scooting your bum just a hair over to that right side. Letting your feet drop towards the left side. Using a pillow in between your knees or under your knees. You need that. Try and keep both your shoulders on the floor. Your knees on top of each other. Begin to your right hand if you can. Begin to a full twist from the crown of your head. Your lowest vertebrae. Breathing towards your lower belly area. Feeling the expansion on the inhale. And the contraction on the exhale. Inhaling, bring both knees to point up towards the sky. Placing your soles of your feet on the floor. Scoot your bum over just a hair to the left side and let your knees drop to the right side. As you look into that left hand to complete the twist. Again, keeping the shoulders on the floor. And the knees gently rested on the floor or on your pillow. Using whatever props you need. Breathe towards your lower belly area. And listen to the sound of your own breathing. Next inhale, bring the knees up towards the sky. Getting the soles of your feet on the floor. Bring your bum back to your center. And then get yourself ready for Shavasana. Extending the legs out. Maybe putting some socks on or a sweater on. Grabbing a pillow or a blanket. And if you use a pillow, I encourage you to put it under your knees to relax your lower back. And I encourage you not to put your head up on a pillow. Bringing your arms out and the hand palms face up. Try to make sure your hands are not, and your entire body are not touching any of the props we just used. Breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly. Noticing the effects of your practice. And with every exhale, feel the body sink into the floor just a little. As you hear the bells die out, gently deepen your breath and bring a little movement back into your fingers and your toes. Gently letting that movement grow to your legs and your arms. Maybe extending on an inhale, stretch out your entire body. And then on the exhale, hugging the knees into laying on your lower back, left to right, back and forth, left to right. Now when you're ready, rolling onto your right side and taking a couple of deep breaths there. Gently take the time to let the body wake up. And then on your next inhale, use your left hand to push yourself up towards a seated position, remaining with the eyes closed and the gaze inward. Find a comfortable position, seating position of your choice. Bring your hands towards your heart space in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, palms facing each other. As your thumbs are touching your heart space, try to breathe towards that area and feel it fill with light as you breathe in. As you exhale, let the air escape, but let that light stay in your heart space. And with every inhale, you accumulate a little more of that light. Placing your right hand on your heart space and your left hand on your lower belly. I invite you to breathe towards both hands as you feel this embrace. And take a few more deep breaths. Next exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart again, Anjali Mudra. Gently bowing the head. And I whisper Namaste.